Hey everybody, welcome to your Scorpio horoscopes for the week. These are the horoscopes for the week of August 27th to September 2nd. We are continuing our focus on you. Not me, you, because focus is on self this week. No planets influencing Scorpio this week. We've been there, done that last week. We don't need to do that this week. And focus is on self. There's a couple of things actually that come up with this. Number one, we are officially in Mercury retrograde as of last week, about midweek or so. We hit that retrograde. We're going to be in it all week this week. We got a couple of more weeks. When Mercury is retrograde, it causes a lot of frustrations, regardless of whether it's in your sign or planets are interacting with planets that are in your sign. It affects everybody, because even if it doesn't directly affect you, which I mean, you're very lucky if it doesn't, but even if it doesn't directly affect you in some way, everybody else is being directly affected by it. So we're having a lot of narcissistic communication patterns coming up because this is in Virgo. And so if you're dealing with a lot of people on a regular basis, you're going to be dealing with that. There's just no way around it. But you're also quite potentially dealing with it with people inside of your family and, just all kinds. There's a million ways that this is going to come up. So being that focus is on self right now, self-care is really important. And with Scorpio being a very intuitive sign, quite possibly even a very empathic sign, to really self-care is super important. It seems that those who are highly sensitive or empathic have a tendency to absorb the energy around them like a sponge. You're SpongeBob absorbing all this stuff from everybody, and you're absorbing good things, which, if you're absorbing good things, that's great. But we always identify with the bad because that's what makes us uncomfortable. Grounding and bubbling is like super number one. You have to do it. You have to do it when you're going out in public to make sure that you're shielding yourself from all of that energy that's coming at you, because you don't want it sticking to you. You don't want to take it home. That's number one. Number two is rest. It's making sure that you take time for yourself, whatever that means to you. To me, that means 10 minutes sometimes, or an hour by myself, not talking to anybody. I don't want to interact with anybody. That gives my brain time to just kind of sort of relax and rest. Or that means taking a whole day to just hermitize myself sometimes, because I need that. There's just so much energy going on around me. Even when I ground and bubble 10 times a day, I'm still interacting with all these conversations, with all this energy. It gets kind of crazy. So in fact, this last week was just nuts. And every single day I took several minutes that this is my time. Don't talk to me about work. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me for a reading. Don't talk to me about your hospital visit, whatever, because I need that time to regroup, to be able to focus on what I need to focus on, to be able to help people, basically. If I don't do that, then I have the potential to ruin people, because my energy is not in the right place to be able to serve people, if that makes sense. So I feel, especially if you're a very highly intuitive Scorpio, it is extremely important for you to make sure that these self-care practices are in place, because the more these self-care practices are in place, the easier it is to navigate the craziness, literally. And we all have to navigate craziness every day. Wouldn't you just like to make it easier on yourself? It just, honestly, it makes sense. That's what it comes down to. It just makes sense. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a copy, because you know how much I love my coffee. If you are listening rather than viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. And of course, go and check out the website, heavymetalpsychic.com. Did you know you can just book services like right there on the website? Like easy peasy, super easy peasy. And if you have any issues, you can always submit a contact form and ask questions as well. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thanks so much for hanging out again for another week. If you're new, I appreciate you. Please hang out and stick around. You guys are gonna have a great week. I know you are. I just know you are. Maybe I'm too positive, but I just know you are. Have a great week, everybody. I will see you guys next week.